boy.
Hi guys, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. I know I'm weird. We're gonna mail some open. There I go talking backwards again. We're gonna bring you a kitty cat. That's what we're gonna do.
Since you're early, the boy wants to say hi.
Say hi, Dumper. Say hi, everybody.
Do you want to hold him or am I holding?
I will bring him up close and personal. Say hi.
Up close and personal. That's the
Hi,
way
everybody.
to do it.
I'm Thumper. I'm gonna open some mail. I'm gonna open the mail. First off, we have a postcard. Can you hold the postcard? Oh, I forgot. You don't have opposing thumbs. Yeah? You want to put it in your snaggletooth?
His snaggle. He's one big tooth.
Postcard?
He says, that one big one is still pretty sharp, Mama. I will bite you.
All right. Tell everybody. I'll see you later, fans. Let's go back down here. I know you don't like to be up there. Such a weird kitty.
Did you want to say hi to people?
Hello, everybody. We got
yeah,
give me that because I can't see. The screen is moved too quick for me. The screen is moved too quick. We've got Dee here, Peggy, Mary, Jan, Kathy, Sharon, Donna, Michelle, Robin, Renee, Vicky, Nancy, Tammy, Karen, Glenda, Geraldine, Stephanie, Shirley, Jim, Peggy, Donna, Mona, Dixie, Jean, Kara, Teresa Louise is here. So many more. Hello, everybody. Here you go, Scooty.
Get back. Okay.
All right. So I got mail. I might as well just leave the spectacles on. I got a postcard. It says, hoping this card finds you well. Cindy. That's who it's from. And the card is from Christmas Cottage, which happens to be in Lincoln City, Oregon. So if you are in Lincoln City, Oregon, and you find a big, huge pink building, I don't know what they sell there, but it's a cottage, Christmas cottage. So they probably sell Christmas stuff. So next time you're shopping, that's where you want to go for Christmas. All right, we got a little tiny box here. I'm trying to hold the address away. I didn't realize it was on the side right there. Honestly, it really doesn't matter because it shows my address and everybody knows mine because I physically put it there for everybody to see. Right on top, there is a card that says, think positive. Oh, it's a kitty.
He's doing positive.
He's yoga. He's doing the meditation yoga. That's cute.
It's positive.
All good things are sure to happen. That's what it says. And then it has a little, she wrote Thumper in it. Hi, Tiffany and Scott. I absolutely love your channel. I hope you enjoy this little gift. Much love. So there's that. And inside said package is a piece of fabric like this.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's Arizona-like. That's what it reminds me of. And then some batting because there's another piece of fabric holding something fragile because the box says fragile. All right, let's see what's in here. Okay, so fabric holding I'll show the fabric in a second. I really want to see what this fragile is. Very carefully. It looks very, very fragile. Oh, it's very fragile. Oh, it's a glass dragon.
On
geode stuff. What is this?
That is awesome.
Oh, yeah, there's a word for it.
Geode.
Yeah. It's called. Look at that. That is so awesome. Look at, and even the ball has
a little
detail and it's crystal. Look at that with its purple too. This is going to go on my dragon shelf with all my dragons. Look at that. That's so awesome. I love it. I love it. That is so cool. I love dragons. I love dragons. Did I tell you guys I love? Oh, look. If you hold it in certain lights, it's actually purple, green. Look at right here, holding it like this. The
glass catches the light.
The glass is catching the light. It's green, it's purple, it's pink, it's yellow. Oh, that's so cool. I'll just stare at this, just doing this because it's turning colors as I go. Oh, he's so awesome. And then there's a big chunk of fabric in here. Look at that. What else is in here? There's stuff to keep it from getting hurt, but just in case you want to know, this is AKO, Native Heritage Fabric from who knows where, because that's all it says. And then there is a thank you for being awesome bag, a little bag to put whatever in. That's cute.
Thank you for being awesome.
And then more batting to keep the dragon safe, because he needed
batting.
safe travels all the way from who knows where did this come from.
You need safe
from
batting.
NH, New Hampshire, right?
Yes.
That's NH, yes. New
New
Hampshire.
Hampshire.
Look at that. I love this. This is so awesome.
You use scrap batting though, huh?
Yes, I use scrap batting though, so that works. All right, so there's some awesomeness in there. Let me move this out of the way because the next box is too heavy for me to lift. Don't know how. It's so heavy, like I can't lift it at all. So it's a huge box. I can't lift it. She can't even lift it to show you guys. Let's just say it's overwhelmingly heavy from Massachusetts. From Massachusetts. Ooh. Ooh. All right, let's see. There's a card right on top. I love it when the cards land on the top. It's got a flower on it. It says, Tiffany Scott Thupper, congratulations on reaching 50K subscribers. I hope this new year brings you joy and happiness. I lost my Sojo a long time ago, but I have found it when I found your channel last year. Aw, that's so sweet. I know you like scraps, but I thought you could use a variety. Please keep the videos coming. I cannot always catch your live shows, but I watch them as soon as I can, and I look forward to what you create. Aw. Well, right on top, there is a charm. It says Happy Charms. It's a Lori Holt Happy Charms little house. Aw, look at how cute. It's a little cottage. All right, here we go. Let's go through this. Wait, there's so much in there. Okay. This is got tape around it that says 4 yards, I think.
Oh, look at that. She even marked it for you.
So it's marked.
I
Look
like
at that. I like that. That's black, gray, black and gray. This is Moda. Elegance is the only beauty that never fades. Audrey Hepburn.
Huh.
That's not the name of the fabric line, obviously. That's just what it says on here. Let me find the bit. Basic gray. How do you say the boudoir?
Boudoir?
Boudoir. Is that how you say the word?
That's
a word that I cannot say.
I thought you were saying Bojangles.
No, it's Boudoir. Boudoir.
Boudoir.
I can never say that word.
Yes,
of all the words in the holy moly world, I cannot say that word. So that's what it says. If you guys want to read it, because I can never say it. By Moda for the basic
Boudoir.
gray. Yeah, I can never say that word. That's the only word in the English language that I struggle with. And I don't even think it's English. I think it's like French or something. Ooh, look at these flowers. So vibrant, vibrant flowers. Vibrant flowers. Lots of different styles of flowers. There is a selvage. Is there a selvage? Oh, there is. This is Wyndham presents 108 quilt backs by Whistler Studios Flower Bed. So this is scraps from a 108. Look at that. It's a nice long scrap. Ooh, rainbow. And it's sparkly rainbow. Like fishtails, but only it's like disco lights rainbow to me. It reminds me of disco lights.
Yeah, it looks like little scales or whatever, but it's
this is probably a 108 too, because it feels wide, like a wide scrap. Wyndham presents 108 quilt backs. Whistler Studios style 53581 DW-1. I don't know what else the rest says because it's not there. But here's a nice big 108 chunk of disco ball is what I'm going to call it, because that's what it looks like.
Rainbow disco ball.
Rainbow disco ball. It's party time. Party time. Okay. What do we got here? A rainbow of scraps. Ooh, look at this. I like this too. I like the design. It's very
It's like one of them things you hold your eye into.
yeah, like the old kaleidoscope things.
Yeah,
the old thing that had the glass. This one does not have a salvage on it, but it's super cool. I like it. I really like it. Then there is a scrap of this. Ooh, those are pretty too. So vibrant. And then, hey, we had this just recently in another box. These words.
We did.
Yeah, but different colors.
We did. You'll have to find them. Put them
Yeah,
all
I'll
together.
have to find them and put them all together for sure.
You haven't
And
used
then
them yet.
some cute with the little dragonflies and flowers and mushrooms and moth. I don't know if that's a moth. It's not a moth.
Like
That's probably a
70s
moth.
print.
But it's like, yeah, it's like 70s style. Look at that. Ooh, what do we have here? Elephant, lion, fox, and it even says it's for children. Skunk, vulture, it's the alphabet.
Yeah.
Uriel, a penguin, a walrus, a rhinoceros, a monkey, an iguana. Can you think of an animal for every letter of the alphabet? Because I couldn't that fast unless I read the fabric. And this is ABC XYZ by Stacy HTU. I don't know. Remember, I butcher names. I'm a name butcherer. I can't even say certain words in English. It's funny. That's awesome. Ooh, look at this one. It's seashells and coral. Look at that. That's really pretty. Oh, I like that. Something ocean manager. I don't know. It's cut off. Urban Essence Designs for Blank Quilting. Ocean Menagerie. Menagerie. See, some things I cannot say. If you don't use the word on a daily basis, that's why I struggle saying it, because I don't use it. Ooh, polka dots. Wyndham Fabrics. ... That's what it's actually called. It's Wessler Studios. ... And I'm going to assume that that's what this is too. ... I like the name. It's simple and to the point. Oh, look at that.
That's my style. Simple and to the point. Get her done.
Holy guacamole.
What?
Holy guacamole. Look, we got what are the opposites of poinsettias? The white ones.
I don't know.
That have holly
white
berries.
poinsettia?
Do they have white poinsettias? I never heard of a white poinsettia.
That's just a white poinsettia. I don't know.
It's Christmas something, it says, because it's cut off. It was a 108. And then we have this. This feels like jean almost. This literally feels like jean fabric. So that's really cool. This would make good for bags. That's really pretty for bags. All right, let's see. Well, we have bundles here of fat quarters, most likely. We have some
yeah, it's just a white poinsettia. They have all varieties.
Look at that. The word longhorn, that's what it is. Some grunge. I don't know what that is. Another one of those I don't know what it is. Ooh, that's cute. It's got little tiny focus. There we go. Little tiny, like, I don't know. And there's that one. And She Who Sews. So there, I like this one. The Thread Mills Company. So it's the tops of the thread. I like this one because it has like words and stuff on it at the same time. Old Glory, Thread Mills Company, Mercerized Cotton. So it has all sorts of the names on there on the tops of the thread spools.
Do you make bags and sell them?
Yes, I make bags and sell them. This one is tone on tone with little hearts. Oh, you can actually see it. The camera is picking it up. And then we have this one. And little Tonka trucks. Oh, look at that. And matching Tonka fabric. I can make a little bag out of this just alone right here. Tonka bag for a little boy. Like a little backpack or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, The
Yeah.
boy doesn't want
Yeah,
one of
little
your
backpack.
Tiffy bags. He's gonna want a backpack. Yeah.
The little backpacks that I
Why does
made.
it have to be a little boy? Little girls can play with Tonka trucks. They're awesome.
I know I played with Tonka trucks. There's a Christmas one.
Tonka
I think I
trucks
have
are
this
cool.
one in my fat quarters. I love you, baby corn. That's a little baby unicorn.
Oh, Alexa would love that. Too bad she's not on. We'd have to show her that.
And here's some zebras on green. Okay, there's one stack. I'm just going to set that out of the way. Then here's a couple more fat quarters. Here's a purple with purple accents, and it's kind of shiny. Then like a, I don't know what that is, but it's like swirly gigs. I call them swirly gigs. This one's like reminds me of a snowflake, but not at the same time. Then we have bass fish. This would make a cool pouch for a men's mustache trimmers.
Oh,
pouch.
Yeah, you want to make one of those little baggies with it? Yeah, that we just mailed
out.
out.
Look at that. Some mesh. I know exactly what I can use this mesh for when I make my ruler holder for the long arm.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Boy, no wonder this box is heavy, because I'm going to show you some things. All right, we have a charm squares with sugar and spice. Cottage Mama by Lindsay Wilkes. Sorry, some of these I can't read because it's so close, but that's what the front looks like, and that's what's in it, so I don't have to open it. And there wasn't just one. There's two of them. Same thing, same fabrics.
It's like the old school little
it's
kids,
like
right?
the old, the old school little animals and kids.
Yeah, you can make something out of that.
Yep. Then there's a Free Spirit Tula Pink Besties Charm Pack. I don't know what's in this, but it's Tula. Let's see if I can't do it this way. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, next we have Hay Rides and Happiness, Benertex, Canvas Studios. This is a Canvas Studio. There's no designer, so it's a Benertex bundle that has, looks like fall.
Yeah, it's
fall with pumpkins and stuff. That's a that instead of a jelly roll, they put them in these now. I think they stack better on shelves this way. Here is a graffiti cherrywood challenge bundle. Cherrywood hand dyed. Oh, these are hand dyed. Oh, no wonder they're kind of like not as bold of colors. So they're hand dyed fabrics. It has 8 fat quarters and an entry fee. So it was a challenge. Well, there's a paper in it. So let's see what's the challenge. I'm kind of curious while we're here. It was a challenge to make something. Create an original quilted artwork with limited color palette, which would have been this. It had rules like a theme or a size, color, fabric, technique. Interesting. Wow, they had a $500 gift card and ribbon award for first place for this when it happened. Interesting. So it was a graffiti challenge. That's pretty cool. So that's awesome. Oops, let's put the rest of it in here. That way it's all together. Keep that together. Give myself a graffiti challenge. All right. Somebody shops at So Yeah, because that's where these bundles come from. So we have this pretty one.
Oh, that is pretty.
I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. And this one, so I'm going to assume these are 1-yard cuts because they come from So Yeah, and they do those 3-yard bundles. Jungle Mania, that's what this one was called. I don't know what the other one was called. Yep, they definitely came from So Yeah because there's a sticker. All right, then there's this one. It's a cave print. That's That's really pretty. And this one, also a cave print. And this one, pretty sure is a cave print. Yep, it's a cave print. So like if I wanted to take these 3 cave prints and I get the book for the 3-yard quilts, because I don't have no 3-yard quilt books and I don't have any of the patterns. But if I wanted to, these little bundles are perfect for stuff like that, to do those 3-yard quilts with. All right, what's this?
How do they get to join the Facebook group?
The Facebook group is always, this is another cave, by the way, it's always in the description below the video. Please answer the questions or you will not get in.
Well,
We're trying to control the spam in the group, and for some strange reason, it keeps getting spammed.
Tell them I put the link.
Yep, Scotty put a link, so you just have to click on that and it'll take you to the Facebook group. Here is another cave. I can just tell by looking at it. And I don't even know my fabric lines, but I do know my Tula and cave facet stuff because it's super bright like this, you know. This is a Free Spirit collection right here, another cave. I love that. I don't know, something about these big swirls. I quilt big swirls a lot, so they really are attractive to my eye. All right, now we have another little bundle that has little tiny dots. I think they're just, oh no, there's dots and dashes. Dots and dashes. Look at that. Here's another one, dots and dashes on a green. The other one was black. Here's another cave. Another big spirally print. I'm going to put that with the other one. That way I keep all those together. Look at this one. This one's nice. This one is QT Fabrics. I can't see anything other than just says QT Fabrics. But that's really cool. I'm telling you, this is the never-ending box. Ooh, here's a panel with these are awesome. Yeah, this box weighs a whole heck of a lot. Look at that. Like gosh, there's a word for it.
India.
Abstract art.
It looks like it's from India. African or something.
It's Turnowski for QT Fabrics. But look, they're so cool. Look at that. So you could just cut these out and make a, you know, a funky quilt with all this, or just leave it as a panel, you know, and border it out and, you know, quote windows around them or something. That would be cool. All right. Here is a bundle of I don't know what. So let's see. So this is all that's in this. They're fat quarters, it looks like. This is kind of cool. Ooh, look at that. It's like a little tropical with little birds wearing hats and stuff. That's kind of cool. You see that one, Scotty? And they're
yes,
under the,
I do.
They're under the stars. That's really awesome. That's cool. And then there's...
That is very awesome.
Wait, I can't never ever fold them the same exact way that they were folded. And then there's some palm trees. I get enough of these just by walking outside because of where I live. Then there's some sky clouds, but these look more like summertime sunset clouds. And then all this looks like it goes together because here's some more tropical characters. Koala, monkey, alligator. I think all these go together because here's some more birds with hats on here. And then these are mountains that look like the pencil heads. And then here's some jungle flowers. Yeah, this is definitely a bundle that goes together. All these definitely go together. Here is, I got to open this one up because this one has frogs and they're so cute. Look at them.
That is
tree
cool.
Frogs in all different colors.
That is cool.
They're so cute. Oh, here we go. This guy has, he's throwing up a peace sign. This is a panel
Oh, look.
Like all of the fabrics are on here. He's saying peace.
Well, they're all doing a hand symbol.
They're
The
all
tiger,
doing a hand symbol. Peace. Look
the
at
tiger
him.
is the hippo. Yeah.
The hippo, the bird. Then they got the tree frogs and all the flowers. This is awesome.
There's a koala on there.
I'm definitely making something out of all this.
That is
Obviously,
cool.
I'm going to make something. Eventually, I will get to it, but this is so cool. I'll have to think of something and match up some solids or something to go with it because it'll make something really awesome. So I'm going to try to keep all that together and try not to separate it. We'll put the little thingy back around it so that it stays together. All right, I'm just going to pull a handful out. We got a fat quarter of that, a fat quarter of little mountains. There's some words on here, wild and free. And then a stripe, but not the stripe. It's more like a pinstripe because it's pinstripe line. Then we have tiny houses, like beach houses.
Any idea what you will make?
I have no idea, but I'm going to make something out of that. I'm definitely going to plan that one. We got some music notes. I like music notes because I have them tattooed on me. We got some EMS ambulance paramedic fabric.
Oh, that's cool.
We got some doctor fabric. Oops, hold it this way. And then some
more
doctory, ambulance-y, medic, I guess medic fabric. Oh, look at these cute little, I love them, the ladybugs. I have a ladybug tattooed on me. They all make me think of the things that I have tattoos of. All
you have a lot of tattoos.
I have a lot of tattoos.
Not to.
All right, here is a bundle with some flames. Ooh, wait, this flames is cool because it goes to black in the center, Scotty.
I see.
I like that. Oh, and the whole thing on the bottom, the top is free range black. So I could put whatever I want on the top and then make the bottom flames and have the flames coming up on something. Like I could longarm quilt emptiness there with some orange glow thread. Well, blacklight thread is what I call it, but it glows in the black light. But I could totally do something with flames. And then there's this one. I like that. It's kind of like little Baptist fans in a way, almost.
One lady says it's like a Harley. The flames.
Oh,
Harley.
yeah. And then this one.
Put a Harley in it.
Skulls. Oh, look at these ones. Sketch skulls.
That is cool.
Like pinhead. Like they got stuck in cactus.
Yeah.
Those are pretty awesome. Kind of curious who makes this one. I know some people don't like skulls and stuff, but this is a Michael Miller fabric. It's called Freak Out. I like the name. That's funny. That's so cool. I like those. Those are awesome. All right, what else we got in here? Let's take out another bundle. We got little, I don't know what those are, but they're like little flower heads, maybe. And then little fans. It's not focusing. There we go. And then, hey, this is an Audrey Hepburn. Oh, it's another saying, to plant a garden, to believe in tomorrow, Audrey Hepburn. So these fabric lines have Audrey Hepburn sayings on them. That's pretty cool on the little selvages.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. All right, here's another fat quarter bundle. We've got some lemonade that I will never, ever have because it'll kill me. I'm allergic, just in case you wanted to know. Then we have, I don't know what that is. And we have some splat scatter. I don't know, like just throwing the paint on the wall. And we have some more throwing the paint on the wall, but the, more line-like. Just let it kind of flow. And we have little designs.
The cat is watching you flip it around when you're flipping.
He's seriously staring at me. He's like, Mama, what you doing? Flap, flap. Can you see it?
Not now.
Oh.
He came over here to me.
Because you said the cat. That's why. And there's that one.
I mentioned Thumper and he came.
And this one.
He knows when we're talking
Here's
about
some
him.
word one that says calm, beauty, glorious, heavenly, opportunity. So it says all sorts of inspiring words that are dark, and the other ones are really, really little words. And then another one of those, but a different color. Hi, kitty, kitty. Meow. All right, then we have another bundle. We have, this looks like Harry Potter. Harry Potter, it's all Harry Potter.
It is Harry Potter.
Harry
yeah.
Potter. Harry Potter that says Harry Potter. This is Harry Potter too, right? Something. Fantastic Beasts. I don't know. Fantastic Beasts.
It's the new
one. Yeah. Here's another one.
It's pre-Harry Potter.
There are no creatures, only bunkered people. But what? Bunkered people. That's what it says. See? Only bunkered, right? That says bunkered. Another one. Fantastic Beasts. It's all Harry Potter. Dobby is free. That's not Harry Potter.
Yes,
That's,
it is.
Is it? Dobby's
Yes.
in Harry Potter?
Dobby's Harry
yeah,
Potter.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Ministry of Magic.
The whole thing is Harry Potter,
this is
honey.
Harry Potter's stuff. I don't think we watched that new Harry Potter
Yes,
movie,
we did.
though,
You just
we?
don't remember it.
London, for one-way travel to London to Hogwarts. Little tickets.
That's cool.
That is cool. I'll take that sticker off while I'm there. And we have some more word fabric, Forbidden Forest and blah, blah, blah. Some more little Harry Potter symbols. More Harry Potter. Obviously, this whole thing is all Harry Potter. Yeah, so I could finally make a Harry Potter quilt. I've never made a Harry Potter quilt. Well, now I can because I got Harry Potter fabrics. I'll just mix it with something, and some little kid who loves Harry Potter will like it. So there's all that. I'm going to put a rubber band back around it to keep it all together because it's Harry Potter fabric. And we're at the bottom.
Holy
we
cow.
have a huge chunk of this. So this is probably one of their, you know how Soya has those 5-yard cuts because there's a thing. This is probably a 5-yard cut of this.
We hit rock bottom.
P&B Boutique 108. So this is probably a 3-yard cut of 108 then. It feels like 5 yards because it's heavy, but it's a 108. So I'm definitely assuming that it's 3 yards of a 108 because it's that long. That is really nice. That's going to go in my 108 stack. And this actually would have worked for what's on the long arm right now.
It would have.
Because what's on the long arm right now has all these colors in it.
Yeah, I told them you were long arming today, so they know.
Today's work day, so I've been long arm quilting, and that would have been the perfect back. Instead, it got a plain peachy, pinky color back. What's on there at least. So obviously, you know who you are out there. This was an awesome, awesome box. Thank you so very, very, very much. Very much appreciated, and it will all go to good use. And definitely, I already have some projects here, like a Harry Potter quilt and a little like panel quilt with these cool little guys waving peace signs, and the netting I can use for my little thing that I want to make for my rulers for the long arm. And I obviously will challenge myself to do something with those, even though the challenge is over. And obviously, I will use all the rest because it's so awesome. So both of you who sent me mail, obviously, thank you, because I love the dragon. Here's the dragon one more time. Isn't it so awesome? Let's see if I can get that crystal ball to be colorful on camera. No, it's not going to work on camera. Anyways, it shines the light. Like right here, it's shining the light. You can't see it. I could see it because I'm in person. But anyway, so we could either be done now, or you guys can go with me to the long arm while I work some more. So that is up to the audience. If you guys want to go hang out at the long arm and listen to me long arm quilt, because that's all I'm doing. So let me know right now if you guys want to go long arm quilt or if you just
Let
want to
'em
be
know
done.
The long arm is loud.
The
and
long
they
arm
don't
is
really hear you
loud. For those of you
talking.
that never watched a live long arm quilting, it's really loud and you can rarely hear me talking, and you be on the frame moving with the machine, and it goes kind of fast because I quilt fast. So if you guys want, we can hang out at the long arms. We'll do majority vote because I need to get my work done. So, and I have a lot of quilting left to go. Yep, got the fabric too late. Yep, exactly. But that's okay. It can go on another beautiful, colorful quilt. And actually, well, what I've been doing yesterday was make quilt backing while you guys are saying whether you want to go the long arm or not. Yesterday was quilt backing making day. So I made quilt backing for several quilts that are hanging in there so that I can do my goal of getting all the quilts done. I mean, I do have client jobs to do too, but in between those, I'm getting my work done, and I made a bunch of backs. So now all I have to do, no excuses, is pull a quilt hanger off the thing, and it has the quilt top and quilt back. The only thing I have to do is go in the garage and cut batting. So looks like majority vote saying go to the long arm. So I guess we're going to go out to the long arm.
10 people already.
All right, guys. So I'm going to go grab you and take you guys out there. All right, here we go. So I'm going to take you guys off this mount and put you on a different mount when we get out there. So let's go. Let's take a walk through the house. It's already dark out here now.
What lights do you want on?
All right, here we go.
If you want the other one on. I would have turned it on.
I got to turn the machine on now. So here, we're going to face you guys at the machine. Oops, not up my nose. So here's my machine. Yay, it's so fixed and works beautifully.
Oh, pretty and new.
And look, I have stickers on my machine. It even says Tiffany's Quilting Life on it now. Let's turn it on. And it says I'm a long armor because those are my, well, this is one of the stickers from Beth. I got this sticker from someone else, but I liked it on the long arm. All right, let's go around to the front. This is the quilt. It's from my, it was from a box that I got in the mail. What is it called? Oy, 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 I forgot already. What's the name of that darn box? I don't know. I got a subscription box in the mail, and I just recently did that with it in a whole video. Sewers Club, that's what it's called. Sorry, I have to open the mount up to get you guys on it. Haven't used it in a while. But look at, I have encouraging stickers on the long arm, on the front. All right, let's see. Oh, nope, not big enough yet. Sorry for that sound, guys. It's the mount, so that you guys can join me. There. So I'm doing a large paisley design on here. And I need to get a sound stopper. Hold on. Put it right here. There we go.
I don't know that you're not computerized.
And I'm not computerized. This is all free motion. So like I said, it goes fast and it's kind of loud. So for those that have never watched live long arm quilting, just know that it's kind of loud. So here we go. And I don't see the questions. If you guys say questions, Scott will yell them to me, and then I'll yell them back at you because you're not going to hear me over my stitching. And the beeping just means I'm going too fast, and I don't know how to turn that off. So I'm like heavily quilting this quilt, but not totally too heavy. It's not like horrible heavy, I guess is the word. Just making paisleys. I don't even know if you can you see my thread? You can see my thread somewhat. Huh?
As you move it, it looks like it's underwater.
It looks like underwater as I move it. Should I tighten my
From my end.
hold on, let's tighten that mount.
It's not really blurry, it's wavy. I don't know how to describe it other than underwater.
All right, let's see.
Does your long arm have a locking mechanism for horizontal quilting?
No, I do not have I do not have a locking mechanism. Actually, for stopping, I have these handy quilter. These are my locks. The word, I can't get the word out. Those of you that have a machine and have these, they're the little locks. I put it over the wheel to keep me going straight, or I put it over a different wheel to keep me going horizontal. They're the locks. Wheel locks, yeah. I have 2 of them.
What color thread?
The thread color is peach. It's a glide thread. Channel locks, there's the word for it. I'm trying to go slow so that it doesn't like totally constantly beep. Huh?
I lost you.
Did you lose me? Yeah, it's still going on here.
Okay, then it's just me.
So all I'm doing is making a giant, I know the word for. I'm having a word problem today, guys. I cannot control it. What the heck is it called?
Paisley?
Paisley, thank you. Giant paisley, and then I echo back to this, the top of the paisley, and I fit them in wherever I can, and I just keep swapping directions so it fills in the whole area. And if you see any smudges on the quilt, by the way, throughout this, it's because the iron, when I was ironing it, leaked everywhere, so it made a mess on the quilt. So whoever ends up with this quilt in the future will have to wash it first, or I can try to get it off with water. I might have to stitch a little bit slower. The channel locks I bought at my local quilt shop. Scott put a link in. For a long time since I've long arm quilted well on camera. Yes, I have it at 10 stitches per inch and precision mode, which is the stitch regulated mode. Honestly, you know what? I think we should bring out the other stand and so that they can watch how I'm doing it instead of being on here, because I can see this is going in and out of focus a lot.
It looks like it's underwater when you're moving.
Huh. I'm gonna get the other
I could have got it.
Oh, it's fine.
You could keep quilting. The video's already 45 minutes long. You're gonna be on here forever.
All right, guys, we're going to take you off that mount and put you here so you can see my arms and how it moves. For those that are curious how long arm quilting really works, you know, because this is slowing me down and I don't want the camera is just, I could see it when I look at it. It's very blurry.
Looks like it's underwater.
Scott says it looks like it's underwater. So you guys are going to get the actual visual on how I do it instead. So you can see how my arms and stuff move. So that should be good right there. That way I can go a little bit faster. So I built like myself a muscle memory so that I know where I'm going and how I'm getting out. It like I watch with my eyes so I can see which way to go. I'm going to go into my settings because I don't, oh, it's not going to work today? Okay, whatever. I was going to see if I could turn the beep off, but it turned my settings.
Many times.
What?
I've tried many times to turn the beep off.
Yeah. So this densive quilting that I'm doing, I run out of bobbin pretty quickly because I'm doing pretty dense quilting. It's not going to take away in the flow of the quilt. The quilt will still be flowy and movie and bendy. It just is heavy quilting, that's all. Then I just find where I was. I go about an inch away from it and then start quilting. I drop my thread and pull my bobbin up. And I just go over my previous stitching. And then I stop and get rid of my stitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Sit it
Right here in my hand.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I needed a water break, guys. Yeah, there's no off and on sound at all. I tried playing with all the settings on here, but you really can't do much on these tablets because they don't have anything but the program that tells it how fast to go. Is what?
Does the handy lock channel locks work on a King Quilter?
Yes, the handy quilter channel locks work on this because everything that's on the King Quilter is handy quilter parts. So like the feet all come from Handy Quilter, the bobbin case comes from Handy Quilter. It's the whole unit is designed by them, but for a different company. So everything on here is Handy Quilter anything. I'm going this way and I'm over there more. I'm going to move you over here more, little by little until I get to the other side. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's what it looks like, the quilting in full. So it's just tons of paisleys over and over, echoing out on each one. So that's how this goes. What?
Do you ever use rulers?
I do use rulers. I have a whole entire tub filled with them. This quilt is, I have it on a piece of paper, it's 78 by 86. And I have it sideways. So the 86 part is running this way horizontally, and the 76 is running vertically. So normally when I'm quilting, I turn the music on, and I turn it on pretty loud so that I don't have to hear the beeping, because I constantly, as you can tell, make the machine beep frequently. I'm a beep maker.
Can you long arm if the top and back are the same size?
Huh?
Can you long arm if the top and back are the same size?
No, if the top and back are the same size, you need to put some kind of leader to catch the top, and it needs normally on a long arm. So we're going to show you this. Normally on a long arm, you need at least 4 inches on the side to hook the things, and at least 4 inches. Now I have a little bit more because I used a 108, but you need to have at least 4 inches on each side so that not only can we grab it like this, but you also need at least 4 inches on the top and the bottom, because that's how it connects to our leaders. And my leaders are red snappers. I have Renee's red snappers as my leaders. So you need to be able to have something to hook it to this. And if it's the same exact size, you have nothing to hook it to. So there's no way to, unless you're hooking it to the quilt and quilting 2 or 3 inches away from the edge, which I don't think that would look really good, honestly. So yeah, you definitely have to have at least 4 inches all the way around. When I do my own quilts, usually I don't have this much, but I chose a 108 for this. Usually I have for my own quilts, and my clients are not allowed to do this, but I can because it's me. And if I mess up, that's on me. I put about 2 inches for my grabs on my sides and about 3 inches for the top and the bottom, because I know where my red snappers are. But for any client quilts, their quilt top could not be as big as their back end. I don't have extra back to add to it. So I need to make sure they know that they have more all the way around, just in case, because I don't want to run out of backing fabric while I'm on the long arm. This design right here, a beginner could do. You're literally just making paisleys. It's like a curve and then echoing the curve, stopping at the top of it. And then alternating, then all I do is alternate the direction to fill in all the spaces. Yes, I'm floating the top. I always float the top. I never hook it. There's normally another bar that runs across here. That's for the quilt top. I never use it ever, unless I'm doing a show quilt that I need to keep a specific. I need to keep it completely straight and super flat the whole entire time. I still find that it shifts even when it's pinned. So I don't even bother. I just float it and let it be. what does it mean to float the top? Floating the top means that it's just hanging there. I'm floating the top, and so that means I can pick this up and lift it up and reach underneath right here and get into there where I haven't quilted yet. So say I didn't quilt in this area and I had a white fabric and I can see a thread under there, I can just stick my hand under there, grab that thread out. But sometimes I don't see those threads right away. So to get those threads out, I have a tiny itty bitty, can you even see that? It is a little smallest ever crochet hook. And that actually pokes into the fabric like this, and I can pull threads out. So that's for those that are long armors or new to it. This is a nice tool to have, is this tiny little itty bitty crochet hook. It's the smallest one you can buy. It's the smallest one they make. I don't even know what it is. I think it's like it's 12 of 100 millimeters. Oh, 12/1. I don't even know if you guys can read that. 12/1.00 millimeters. But yeah, floating the top just means it's hanging there. See that bar on the floor? That bar right there is the bar that usually sits up here, and that's what the quilt top would be rolled on. But I never do that. I don't know. I'm just not a pin it to the top type of gal, I guess. I just would rather let it hang off. And I've even done show quilts and let them hang like this. And I have never once had anybody say anything. And I don't even think they know that I do that. I mean, what?
Made a nap mat?
Nap mat?
For kids, I guess?
I don't know. I have not. I've done puff quilts, which are good for tummy time for babies.
Yeah.
So that I've done those, but not on the long arm. As you can tell, it's all in my wrist, what I'm doing here. The movement of the machine, I'm kind of just using my wrist.
Who's calling?
Sorry, somebody was trying to call me. This scam.
Oh, I was going to say I can call.
Yeah, but as you can see, I barely do anything. Like, I can run this with my fingers. This machine weighs a lot, but when it's on wheels on a track, it doesn't weigh anything. So look at it. I can quilt with just my middle finger. It might be a little sloppy because I'm not giving it stability, but this, long arm quilting does not take a lot of effort. You just have to know where you're going and how you're doing it. bobbin. Look at that. Right at the, why does it always happen at the end? Let me change that out real quick.
I think you just ran out.
Yeah, on this side. I run out on each side. I have to start another roll. It's really easy to change the bobbin too. You don't even have to see it. You just have to feel it with your fingers. Once you get used to it, it's an open channel under there.
How long have you owned this machine?
I've had this machine almost 6 years now. I got it in the end of 2017? No, 2016.
I don't know.
2016. And this is 2024, so that would be 6 years this year, right?
That's 7, it'll be almost 8 by the end of this year.
Oh, no. So then I got it in 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it in 2017. No, the beginning, because we got it for Mother's Day special, huh? So the beginning of 2017. I don't know. I found the receipt when I took it in. Huh?
Has it paid for itself?
Yes, after all this time, it's finally paid for itself.
It took us 7 years to do it, though.
Only took almost 7 years to do it, though, yes. All right, I'm going to advance the quilt now. So you guys could see how this is done. I'm going to put you right about here so that you can see how I advance it. Literally. It doesn't take much effort. So I literally move the clamps down towards me so that I can roll it up. So I undo the hooks on the side right here. I roll it to where I ran out, or about, because I want to be able to match my next row of quilting without bumping into the bars. I want to be able to like go right up to that. So I think I went a little too far right there. So I'm going to back it up just a hair, Adjust my clamps. These just keep a little bit of tension on the backing. And then because I float it, I can take the batting and give it a little tug because it gets the wrinkles out. Most batting, even if it comes on a giant, big, huge roll, it still has wrinkles in it. So I pull the wrinkles out and then I smooth the quilt out. Some long armers will say don't smooth, but I smooth it because the batting itself wrinkles up and I don't want to quilt those wrinkles in. I want it to be flat. Once I know it's flat, I make sure that if the quilt has like borders on it, it's markers or indicators that everything is running straight. So you can see this line right here, the sashing is running straight. The sashing on the side or first border is running straight on both sides equally, and everything looks good. So I know that I can baste my sides real quick, which is just a large stitch, so that when I come to the end right here, my foot of the machine doesn't clip that end and lift it up and then I stitch it in a fold. So I'd be very cautious not to stitch over a fold. When I first started quilting, I definitely did not do that on the ends, and I was always folding my quilts and then stitching them. So I'd always have to pick it out and I'd get frustrated. That was a long time ago though. Then I come over here, I baste this side, and I would say 90% of the time I quilt from left to right, not right to left, because my machine naturally wants to go from left to right. So I always baste that side and then come back and do this side, and so on and so forth. So, all right, let's come back to the front again so you can see. Oh, you can also tell how square the quilt is. Let me get the wrinkles out by hitting it. from where you are, you can see that everything is still straight. There's no bowing or bunching. I've gotten some quilts in, and I've had a couple, you know, over the years that would be wrinkled right here instead of laying flat because there was too much in the borders. There was too much wave, or you would see ripples. Here you can't see any ripples or waves, so you know that it's a nice square, straight, super flat quilt. So that's how you see that when they hang, when it's floating. If it's not floating, you cannot tell if there was a straight border or not because it's pinned. Then you get down to the bottom and you have like lots and lots of fullness, and you're like, uh-oh. At least when it's floating, you can work in more fullness easier than when you're not floating the top. I'm drinking some water. And then I just get back to it. So I just match up my previous stitching with my new stitching. So I'm going to go up to it, not crossing over it, and just meeting it up and making it nice.
Anchor your front edge at all?
Nope, I just do the sides only. I don't anchor nothing else, just the sides. That's it. And the top and the bottom. Obviously, when I get to the bottom, I'll do a basting stitch across the bottom to hold it down. But I don't do anything else because, well, I just don't want to. There's no need. It's laying pretty flat without any problems, so... And I only go as far as I try to stop about an inch above, especially designs like this, an inch above my furthest throat space, because if I go into that, then I'm going to end up with a straight line. I'm going to hit it and bump it without even knowing it. So I give myself like a mental guide right here saying I need to stop right here instead. That way, if I do have one curve that comes into it, my next row that I would be going up into would reach up into that 1 inch, and I wouldn't have a weird like straight line on the back. You wouldn't be able to tell where I've matched the 2 rows up because I'm going into the original. So it looks like a full design instead of just bouncing it up to one spot, you know? So like right here, when I come to echo this, that would be the last time I come around this, and that's my stopping point. Because now I'm in my throat space. So when I do my next pass, I will come up to that, and it'll be above that so that the 2 layers, the 2 rows blend together and you don't know. Probably wasn't asked, but I'll tell you anyway. Why did I choose to do paisleys all over this? Honestly, because it seemed like the best design. I thought about flowers. I told Scott, maybe flowers. And then I said, nah, but there's too many flowers already in the fabric, so I want to do paisleys. Because the purple fabric is my favorite in this whole entire quilt, and it has paisleys in it. So I went with paisleys. No, there's about a foot width apart from the stitching. Let me bring you close so you can see. Can you see down in there? So there's like a foot space apart between the lines. Some of them aren't as far apart, but most of them are about a foot, a 1/4 inch foot right here apart from the previous. And you can see where I have the gaps from my previous stitching. See how I'm going to come up in here? So I'm going to reach up in here, and that will hide the fact that this was one row past here, and then this is one row that I'm working on now. So you can see it kind of comes down into my throat space, then it goes above it. So that way it looks consistent and it doesn't look like I stopped and started with each pass. So I will be filling in those empty areas where I didn't in the previous part. So there, it's a little bit apart, which is good. It leaves some room for movement. If it was too close, it would be too tight and it wouldn't look as flowy. I want these paisleys to look like they're flowing through the whole quilt top. Yep. Here, let's tilt it so you can see some of the quilting better. So you can see it. They just, one goes one way and then in the same way. And then I swap that direction, and I'm constantly swapping direction. They're never the same size. They're small, they're big, they're skinny, they're wide. They're just a little bit of everything so that it all blends in. There's even really small ones. There's a couple really tiny ones in here because I realized that there was too much space in a certain area and I'm trying to keep it all consistent. But it feels amazing. I love the feel of this much quilting. It's not too much, but it's not overkill. It's not overkill, but it's not too light where it doesn't have texture. I always use batting, yes. I have used really, really, really thin batting before. One of my clients sent me with the thinnest batting I've ever felt. That was a long time ago, though. But 100% of the time, there's batting on here. I have used flannel before, like a flannel sheet as a batting before. That was before I got this machine. I had my other one on the frame.
What would you recommend for someone in Texas?
Someone in Texas, those hospital blankets that are really thin? I've done that in a quilt as the batting, and that actually worked perfect because they're kind of like a mesh, I don't know how to say it, like a hospital mesh.
Yeah.
It's a really thin, meshy type blanket, but it's not hot and it's not too cold. And they're usually white, but you can buy them by the bulk, these hospital blankets. And I've done that in a quilt before, and the recipient of that quilt actually loved it and said it was totally perfect for Arizona weather. And it's hot here, if you guys didn't know. So not like right now, but most of the year it's hot. So, and they actually thought that that was the perfect weight. So you might want to try hospital blanket or like what is it called? Something gauze. It's like a gauze almost is what it's like, but it's a blanket. It's a little bit thicker than gauze, but you can buy it. So for like Texas or Arizona or New Mexico where it's hot a lot, or Southern California, yeah, that would work. But most of my clients, the send-ins, they're all from states where it's cold. So they always send me cotton or polyester or cotton poly blends or, things like that. Nobody's ever sent me wool to have their quilted with wool. And then a lot of them just choose what I have in stock, which is 80-20 or polyester or cotton. So yeah, but most of them are out of the state. So I really don't have anybody that doesn't need no batting in their quilts. Just the rest of this pass.
Okay. That's up to you.
No, my feet are starting to kill me. While I'm at it, I always pick the threads out of the seams. If there's a thread, that came through the seam. That way it's cleaned up by the time it's bound and everything. Out of bobbin. Let me put the bobbin in and finish this row. And then we can be done for a little while because my feet are killing me. I don't know if you guys know this, but those that do know, with my MS, my legs go numb really easily. And then once they're numb, my feet start like an ache and it drives me nuts. Even on these anti-fatigue mats that I have at the Longarm, it still doesn't stop my feet from hurting real bad. I've tried even quilting with shoes on, and that doesn't work either. So I just stop usually within an hour or so of quilting, take a break, and then go back to it when I feel better.
Since you don't anchor the front edge, is that what you're using your left hand for?
I just use my left hand to keep the quilt from doing this because when the needle goes up and down without holding it, you can see right now, see that shake? It shakes really bad, like does this, and my eyesight shakes with it. So if I keep my hand on it, it keeps me from feeling the shaky eyes. And I don't want shaky eyes while I'm quilting. So I use my hand to, give it a little tension, I guess, pressure.
bobbin so small?
The
Just
bobbin
like
is
that,
not.
You think it'd be big enough to go through?
No, it's because I have the winder, the bobbin winder, not roll. Usually I don't quilt this heavy. So I usually have the bobbin wound to do one full pass because I don't have the alarm set on when the bobbin's going to run out. I don't use that setting. Instead, I roll the bobbins to where it can do an average one pass each bobbin. This one is not lasting a whole pass because I am heavily quilting. Okay, I'm done with that pass. I'm just going to leave the machine right there. Let's show you some of this quilting. You can see.
Had to decline a quilt because of the way it was made?
I have not had to decline a quilt because of the way it's made, because I have been able to work magic on even the sloppiest of quilts.
Had some pretty bad ones,
and I've had some pretty bad ones over the years. And some of the clients, you know, I'm honest with you guys, the people that have sent me quilts, I've been honest with them, and they know, they don't care. I mean, they know it's their quilt and they know that I can work magic on it. So I've worked magic on it, and they're like, you know, amazed that they knew that their quilt had wonkiness to it and that I was able to fix it. So, you know, and then I also tell clients, like, if there's a hole in their quilt or something, I tell them, because I actually go through, if there's a hole, you know, in a seam or something, I can't stitch it when I finally see it. Like, I've looked over quilts before, but sometimes you miss things. And I've had like 3 inches missing of a sewn seam before and didn't realize it until it was already on the frame. So I can't stitch that for them. I have stitched for them before it gets to the frame. I've had to do that before, and that doesn't bother me to do. It's just a seam or 2, you know, it just depends. But I've had a 3-inch opening on the quilt, and I didn't realize it till I got to it because it sat really nicely. It was pressed, so it was holding under. But as soon as my foot the foot on the machine came to it, it lifted it, and I was like, oh. And I said a couple bad words, and I was like, I hope I didn't do that. And then I looked, and there was no stitching there at all. Like, it was just missing. Like, maybe they put bobbin in, didn't realize their bobbin ran out, and then kept stitching, and then got to the next seam after they pressed it, and so on and so forth. So, like, stuff happens. I know, because it happens to me.
But yeah, I actually keep glue at this machine, and I have a special glue that I use, and then I glue the seam, and then I let it sit for about 2 or 3 hours, and then I manage, this is the coolest part, you'll never know where your hole was in your quilt, because when I come around and stitch on it, I'll actually stitch that ditch into my design. So if I'm doing a big flower design or something, when I come around, I'll stitch that ditch so that that seam is fully stitched, and then come around and finish doing what I was doing. So it's always hidden. You'll never know. Even in my own stuff, you'll never know because it's hidden. And they shouldn't come undone. They come out really nice and flat. And I love this texture. I could just feel this all day long. I don't know what it is. Something about heavy quilting. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, guys, because my feetsies are killing me. It's time to get Thumper to rub them for me. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go put them up and finish later. I don't have much, maybe 3 more passes left. 3.5 more passes about. 1, 2, 3.5 more passes. Yeah. I only have an 18-inch machine, so I don't really have that much space. Are there any more questions? All right, guys. Well, I enjoyed hanging out with you, even though all I really wanted to do was open mail, but I really need to get this done, and I figured you guys can hang out with me. It's been a while since we Longarm quilted together, so thank you all for hanging out, those that stuck around for me to do this and deal with the loud sound and beeping, and I appreciate it. Again, thank you those that sent me mail. I totally am going to be making stuff with that, all that amazing, great mail today. So see you guys in my next video, which will be Thursday for Breakfast at Tiffany's. Bye, everybody.